Good morning. Welcome to the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting for Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026. I am your chair. My name is Krista Yoakum. To my left is the vice chair, Chelsea Johnson. To her left, Commissioner Matt Schulte. To my right, Commissioner Sean Flowerday and Commissioner Rick Best. Will you all please stand if you're able and recite the Pledge of Allegiance with us? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Clerk, will you please start the meeting?
A copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located at the wall at the rear of the hearing room. All written materials to be discussed at today's meeting can be viewed at the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. Printing options are available upon request. Brings us to item 1, minutes. Approval of the minutes of the Board of Commissioners meeting held in February, it says February 10th, but it will be last week's meeting.
I move approval.
Thank you.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Seeing no discussion, please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Yoakum.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 2, claims. 2A, approval of the claims process through February 27th, 2026.
I move approval of the claims.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the claims processed through February 27th. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yoakum.
Yes.
Motion carries. 2B, a claim to El Centro de las Americas in the amount of $11,320.53.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the claim to El Centro de las Americas. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yoakum.
I'll abstain as I serve on their board.
Motion carries. 2C, approving claims for goods and services beyond the 90-day time period provided in Nebraska Revised Statute 23-135 for the Global Interpreting Network for a total of $272.60.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Please call the roll.
Johnson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yoakum.
Yes.
Motion carries. Brings us to item 3, consent items. These are routine business items that are expected to be adopted without dissent. Any individual item may be removed for special discussion and consideration by a commissioner, by any member of the public without prior notice. Unless there is an exception, these items will be approved as one single vote of the Board of Commissioners. These items are the approval of A, amendments to the following county contracts: C-24-0012 with Southeast Nebraska Development District to fulfill the administrative duties for the owner-occupied rehab program. C-24-0013 with the Southeast Nebraska Development District to fulfill the housing management duties for the owner-occupied rehab program. C-20-0232 with Urtech USA Incorporated for soil stabilization for county engineering. C-22-0864 with BI Incorporated for offender monitoring solutions. C-26-0009 with Midwest Petroleum Equipment for Gas Boy Atlas fuel dispensers. B, right-of-way contracts with the following: Hellerick Land Company LLC, Northwest 27th Street and Northwest 27th Street and Little Salt Road, in the amount of $1,703. Landon Farms Incorporated, North 190th Street and Agnew Road, in the amount of $1,351. 5910 LLC, Southwest 58th Street and West Bennett Road, in the amount of $271. Anita and Lawrence Benz Jr., Northwest 27th Street and Little Salt Road, in the amount of $703. Brent and Justina Retzlaff, Northwest 40th Street and West Agnew Road, in the amount of $2,306. Kevin and Jean Benz, Northwest 40th Street and West Agnew Road, in the amount of $1,325. Anthony Mark and Michelle Piper, West Pioneers Boulevard and Southwest 112th Street, in the amount of $24. Mark and Rave Masick and Michael and Amy Lockman, West Little Salt Road, Northwest 12th Street, in the amount of $1,027. Finally, Daniel Scully, non-qualifying trust share, 190th Street and Greenwood Road, in the amount of $595.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Seeing no discussion, please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries. Brings us to item 4, public hearing action items. After a public hearing has been conducted and closed, action on the item that was subject of the public hearing will be scheduled as a separate public hearing action item. Because the public hearing has been conducted and closed on the item, no further testimony or evidence will be accepted or admitted during the public hearing action item portion of the agenda. And that is action from the February 24th, 2026 public hearing, a resolution in the matter of petitioning the Southeast Rural Fire District to annex a portion of the Bennett Rural Fire District.
I just wanted to note that following after we closed the hearing, we did receive a number of emails to each of us, which have been forwarded on to the county attorney's office as our counsel, and those could not be considered in this decision once the hearing was closed. Have a motion?
I would go ahead and approve the petition to change to Southeast Rural Fire Department.
Second. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Someone.
I just think that foundationally we have the citizens petitions. That in and of itself is a strong argument that they want to change. There are a lot of names on there. We also have, by their own admission, Bennett noted that the response time is actually slightly slower from Bennett than Southeast. Not inappropriately slow, that's not a knock on Bennett, it's just Southeast can actually respond to that particular location faster because of just the location of where the stations are at. And, seconds matter in those situations. So, I mean, and then Southeast also acknowledged that they run more medically. They have more EMTs than Bennett is able to put out there. Again, not a knock on Bennett. Bennett Fire, I think, does great service for their community. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I think we should respect the will of the petitioners in this case. So
I would echo, that's why I would second right away what Mr. Flowerday said, because if you look at, I didn't finish the total count, but it looked to me like all but 3 or 4 houses signed the petition to relocate. And so that just, to me, spoke volumes. And if everybody wants to move, it's a very logical move. Geographically, it's a very logical move. Give the people what they want.
I think those are all great points, and I would just add that these are unusual and intense situations that we're talking about here, and you have 60 households, I believe, approximately. And if you're in an emergency where your child has been endangered and is hurting, or you're giving CPR to your spouse, 3 to 5 minutes is going to seem like a really big deal to you at moments like that.
30 seconds is going to seem like a life.
If we stopped and timed it out right here, it would seem like forever. I just want to add 2 things to this. One is, this is in no way, I've heard no criticism of the Bennett Fire Department. Those folks deserve all the credit in the world
Absolutely.
for doing the best they can, but everybody knows location matters, and that's what the petitioners have drawn our attention to. And the second thing, just to make clear here, our clerk's office does a good job of managing the responsibilities they have. When this all took place, they did send out letters of notice to both fire departments and to the petitioner, whose name I have forgotten. It was never their responsibility nor their intention to send a letter to everybody who signed the petition. That was the responsibility of the petitioner to notify folks. So I just want to make sure there's no misunderstanding. The clerk's office lived up to all their responsibilities, did what they needed to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would agree with what's been said so far, and especially with just commending the Bennett Rural Fire District with all of the work they do. It's not easy to be a volunteer firefighter, and that fire department does a great job. And I think it just is hard to argue with just the facts being distance. You can't move a neighborhood. The neighborhood is where it is, and like has been said, in those situations, seconds, minutes do matter. So I think, no one has said anything to negate the great work that the Bennett folks do. And this is a petition that I think makes sense, and an effort was put into gathering those petition signatures. So I'll be supporting the motion.
As Commissioner Vest said, was an unusual situation for us to have something like this brought forward to us by petitioners, but I think the fact that it was brought forward, we needed to acknowledge that there were community members that did indeed want this service changed. And as a spouse to someone who managed a couple of volunteer fire departments across the state, I certainly recognize and appreciate all the hard work of all of the volunteers involved to keep our community as safe as possible.
Two things. One is I am sympathetic to the Bennett Fire Department because this does represent a pretty significant valuation change.
Sure.
Could we talk real quick about the possibility of having an effective date at the end of December? I just think that if we did an effective date at the end of December, it might make more sense for tax purposes, might make more sense for the fire departments to be prepared for that change rather than effective immediately. That's something we can
I'm looking
do.
to the attorneys.
Well, yeah, I'll have to review the statute. I think statutorily there is a deadline on it.
Okay.
On when they have to be switched over. So let me review that. I'm not sure if that'll go into your decision, but let me review that and get back to you and get with Dennis on that as well to confirm. It's not immediate, and I understand it's not immediate. So
I thought it was at the end of the tax year.
that's my understanding.
The end of the
I think
tax
it's-
year?
I think we're already
It
lined
goes
up.
into-
I think we're already lined up for it.
Right. It
Okay.
goes
I just-
into effect at the end of the tax year.
End of the tax year makes sense to me. That wasn't necessarily part of the motion, so I do feel like I just want to clarify that. So,
No, that makes sense.
so I just want to make sure. So if we vote on this, we vote yes, then it would be effective at the end of the tax year, is what our understanding is.
That was my understanding when I made the motion. So
Okay.
that's consistent.
Perfect. That's fine. I can live with that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries. Commissioners, that brings us to item 5, new business. 5A, resolution in the matter of adopting corporate banking authorizations for the county's 2026 designated bank depositories.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries. 5B, a special designated license applications from Seostris Shrine Holding Corporation for an outside event on Roca on April 11th, 2026.
Do we have anyone here to speak on this today? That's okay. I thought I recognized you from previous times you've been here.
It's good to have you
Thank you.
back, sir.
My name is Henry Schultz. I'm treasurer of the Sasa Shriners. And this is for one of our units, the Pharaohs. They have what's called a beer, wine, and spirits tasting. Sell tickets for tasting. People come in. They have vendors from all different purveyors of wine and spirits, homemade or legally made beer, and they taste it. And the people there can sell it through our bar. It's open inside. We have food available. It's a fun event and a lot of fellowship and public. Get 300 people or more there. The outdoor area is because some people, not me, like to have a cigar and drink, so they have an area that they can go to. So ask your permission to go ahead again this year.
And you've been doing this for how many years?
Oh, gosh. I think 6 or 7,
Yeah.
8 years. It's been way back. Started small and now it's grown.
Very good.
Great service. I move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Any questions or conversation? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Johnson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Now I can say, why don't you all come on out? Because then I'm not riding.
Thank you
or
for the
anything.
invitation.
Also on March 20th and 21st, we have a dueling pianos open to the public.
Fun.
$20 a person, $140 for a table, and Saturday is filling up rapidly.
Good work.
Brings us to 5C, an agreement with R.L. Keith Consultant Incorporated for professional appraisal review services, an amount not to exceed $825.
Hello, Dalton, Lancaster County Engineering right away. Arbor Road Bridge is a federally funded project, and that requires us to get appraisal services and review services contracted, and that's what this is for. So.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries. 5D, agreement with Kubert Appraisal Group for professional appraisal services, an amount not to exceed $3,200.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries. 5E, an agreement with Benish to provide professional engineering services to complete a transportation strategy study to identify best management practices for system preservation, optimization, and growth. The cost is not to exceed $199,869.54.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. This contract is to review our previous transportation strategy, which we did actually clear back in 2018 now. And so as we come forward, we did have some things that we're not doing again. We also added some things to this particular contract, and I want to call attention to that we added studying the 148th Street corridor to make the determination on how much traffic on that road is local traffic. We believe that 148th Street is being used as a regional traffic route, and that, of course, having that information would help us out greatly in continuing to pursue funding for the East Beltway.
So this is you talked about 2018, Pam, which was just a titch involved with, and that just kind of was a big picture where Lancaster County was out, where we wanted to go, what steps were needed. This one's kind of the same thing, only with a focus on 148th Street.
So we'll be looking at best practices. We'll be looking at the current state of county infrastructure as well as needed improvements and adding a route study of 148th Street. Correct.
Because that's a growing issue. I mean, yeah. One more question. 199,000. Is this something we've budgeted for?
So, great question, Commissioner Vest. This is a study that's being done at the request of the commissioners.
Oh.
So I'm happy to say that as commissioners, you budgeted $150,000 for it. And then we're going to use $50,000 from our East Beltway Fund for the route study on 148th Street.
Thank you. I move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Any other questions or conversation? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries. 5F, a memorandum of understanding with Anderson Auto Group for automotive parts, services, and supplies. The estimated cost is not to exceed $250,000.
I'd move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Please call the roll.
Johnson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries. 5G, memorandum of understanding with Voss Electric Company doing business as Voss Lighting for light bulbs, ballast, and retrofit kits. Cost is not to exceed $20,000.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries. Brings us to item 6, our legislative update.
Does anybody have any updates from last Thursday? We can move on to public comment then.
Item 7, public comment. Members of the public wishing to speak on items relating to county business not on the agenda may do so at this time.
Are there any members of the public wishing to come forward and speak? Any members of the public wishing to come forward? Seeing none, we can proceed.
Announcements. The Board of Commissioners will hold a staff meeting on Thursday, March 5th, 2026 at 8:30 a.m. in room 112 of the County City Building. The Board of Commissioners will hold its next regular meeting on Tuesday, March 10th, 2026 at 9 a.m. in room 112 of the County City Building. Commissioners can be reached at 402-441-7447 or commish@lancaster.ne.gov. Board of Commissioners meetings are streamed live on YouTube and Facebook. LNK TV apps are available on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Item 9 is adjournment.
Move we adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries.
We will now begin the Lancaster County Board of Equalization meeting for Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026.
A copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located on the wall of the rear of the hearing room. All written materials to be discussed at today's meeting can be viewed on the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. Printing options available upon request. Brings us to item 1, approval of the minutes of the Board of Equalization meeting held on Tuesday, February 17th, 2026.
Move approval?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Abstain.
Johnson,
Yes.
Yocum.
I will abstain as well. I wasn't present.
Motion carries. Item 2 is the additions and deductions to the tax assessment rolls.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the additions and deductions. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 3, a public hearing. It's a public hearing on the following motor vehicle tax exemption applications. There are a number from Vital Services Incorporated, Dialysis Center of Lincoln Incorporated, Camp Sunshine, the United Methodist Foundation, Lincoln Baptist Church, Grace Chapel PCA, Temple Baptist Church, Heaven Manor Hickman LLC, City Impact, Christian Church in Nebraska, Catholic Social Services, the Madonna Rehabilitation Hospital, Union College, doing business as Union Adventist University, Food Bank of Lincoln Incorporated, Nebraska Wesleyan University, Tabitha Incorporated, Event Site Senior Living, Lincoln Berean Church, Northern Lighthouse Church, and the Community Action Partnership of Lancaster and Saunders.
We will now open the public hearing on these motor vehicle tax exemption applications. Is there anyone wishing to speak on any of these applications? Seeing no one, we will now close the public hearing on the motor vehicle applications.
Commissioners, that brings us to 4A, the public hearing action items on the motor vehicle tax exemption applications.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Yes.
I'm gonna abstain. My daughter just took a job at one of these places, and literally in the last 24 hours, so I need to disclose that and put it all out, so I'm just gonna abstain for today from all of these.
Would you like to pull it out separately, or would you like to abstain from
I think I'll just
the entire
I'll just
process?
abstain from everything today and get everything declared.
Okay. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Or
I'm
or
sorry,
or
abstain. I meant
Sometimes
abstain.
yes is like
I was-
abstain.
The other yes.
The yes to
Different yes.
abstaining.
Yocum.
Yes.
Motion carries. Commissioners, that brings us to item 5, public comment.
Are there any members of the public wishing to speak on items relating to the County Board of Equalization business not on the agenda? Please come forward.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's
I
good
was
to see you
saying-
in our chambers.
It is nice to see you again. I was signing in at the end of my comment. I was just coming to speak as our office and the assessor's office is accepting applications for homestead exemption. And being that time of year, I felt it was good to come and just bring public attention to that program. It is a state-run program that is administered by the counties. It is a program that is property tax relief for people who qualify for this program, homeowners who both own and occupy their property. There are various categories. Homeowners can be senior citizens, veterans, those with disabilities. Those are just a few, and this is a very essential program. So what we have done is we have moved our team that holds that program out to 500 West O Street. That is the old DMV location in an effort to help our parking situation at the moment. We have in-person help there, as we have had in-person help every year. Paper applications are available. They can also help with in-person help and any questions that applicants may have. We also have applications available on our website. Frequently asked questions are also there, and we have updated our homestead video, which thank you to the board for helping us get that on the Lancaster County YouTube channel. And to date, we have just under 200 views. And application deadline is June 30th.
Very good. Your office has done a good job of making sure that the homestead exemption is accessible to people that really could benefit from this opportunity to
Yes.
the relief of their property taxes.
Thank you.
Keeping people in their homes for longer.
Absolutely. And a shout out to that team. They do a fabulous job. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone else wishing, any other members of the public wishing to speak on any items on the agenda? Seeing none, we can move on.
Last item I have is adjournment.
Move we adjourn?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. Please call the roll.
Johnson?
Yes.
Flowerday?
Yes.
Schulte?
Yes, the real yes.
Vest?
Yes.
Yocum?
Yes.
Motion carries.